Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Grave Matters. I am CreepyClownGirl. Unfortunately, Filia Noctis could not be here today because she is not feeling good. However, joining me today is As the Raven Dreams. Hi, Raven.
Hello, CCG. Hello, everyone in the chat.
Hello, everyone in the chat. And we will be interviewing the lovely Curious Raven. Hi, Curious.
Hi, everyone. How's everybody tonight?
Hope everyone is doing good.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm doing well. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing well.
Good.
Hi, HRN.
Hey, lady Spookaria.
Hi, lady. I wonder if she ever got her nuggies.
She actually tweeted no more nuggies till December.
What?
Oh, what?
Yeah, I know, right? I'm scared for her.
Oh, wow.
So
I'm sorry, lady.
Oh, there's Derringer.
Hi, Derringer.
Hello. Just wait for the angry face to show up in chat since I'm actually on the mic tonight. It'll happen.
So, we should give him a few more minutes. See who else shows up. What should we talk about?
Well, how about this? Curious Raven, how's your weekend been?
There you go.
It's been good. I've been spending time with family, and my husband's off this weekend, and it's always fun when he's home because, I don't know. Uh-oh. Derringer. Stop it.
I told you the angry face was coming. It was gonna happen.
Oh my God.
Raven. Derringer.
Told you it was gonna happen.
But, you know, I just did some dishes and watched, I'm actually watching the new episodes of Lucifer that's out and just spending time with the kids. That's about it.
Nice.
We didn't really do anything this weekend. We didn't go out and we just relaxed.
That's a good weekend.
Sometimes that's the best thing to do. It sounds like a great weekend. Oh, excuse me.
Sounds like a good weekend to me. It's actually pretty similar to what I did this weekend. Pretty much nothing.
Same here. Did some adulting and then it's like, yep, I'm done.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep.
Oh, HRN, yes. The Lucifer show is really good. And did you hear about the new Dexter that's coming out?
I did.
I'm excited to watch it, but I don't know. It might not be the same as the other one.
Is the original Dexter in there?
Yeah, it's Michael C. Hall. It is
Okay.
definitely Michael C. Hall. My assumption is it's going to be a correction to the end of the series. I'm not going to spoil it, but the end of the series was not well received.
No.
No, I know. I'm not going to spoil it. That's all I'm going to say. So, I think it's them attempting to correct that, which is good.
Well, you know, they it's like a spin-off. They incorporated some of, you know, scenes from the last show. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I just can't spoil it. Some people probably have never even watched it.
If you haven't watched Dexter, you really should.
Me and my sister did. When it first started, she was obsessed with it. And I was like, pretty cool. But then I just lost interest in it.
Well, it went in a lot of different directions, I can tell you that.
Right.
That's like, what is it? The Walking Dead did the same thing.
Yeah.
And I just got really disappointed with it.
See, I like shows that don't overstay their welcome. That's why I'm a huge fan of Breaking Bad. 5 seasons and it ended.
I loved that show.
Patience and I are actually rewatching it. We're almost done because we watched all of Better Call Saul that's out. So now we're watching Breaking Bad again.
I haven't even seen the Saw one.
You really should. It is really good. Like, it is produced we should get back on track with the interview in a moment, but it is actually, in my opinion, produced better than Breaking Bad.
Are you there?
I'm here. You there?
Wow.
Are you there?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
I am.
Uh-oh. Don't you dare drop off.
She's having thunderstorm. So.
And then I have 3 other people using the internet right now.
Oof.
Mm.
4 if you want to count that the TV's on, like Netflix and all that. And then, yeah, it's like 5 people right now. And see, me, when I'm on my cell phone, I just use my data. I don't get on the Wi-Fi because I have
Right.
unlimited data. So why even
Right.
use it?
So, kind of staying on the topic we were talking about, but pulling a question from this chat here, how would you guys end The Walking Dead personally? I would personally end The Walking Dead with it just kind of ending, like no closure, because I wouldn't want to kill everybody.
I never saw the rest of it. So, hi, Creeping Cody.
Right.
I think I said that right.
Creepy Cody, yeah. So, what about you, Curious? What would your ideal ending for it be?
That they all found, they have different little towns that they've created, and that they had somewhere safe, and they finally just settled down, because I know I watched some of it recently, and there's I can't remember all their names, but they have to keep moving because what is it, that woman? I don't even want to say it because what if someone doesn't know and I'm going to be spoiling it. But anyways, just everyone's in a safe town and they work together and they just keep surviving,
Mm-hmm.
All the bad people out, they just need to go. So,
Right.
That's, like I said, that's how I'd end it, just with it ending. Like, they're pushing on. They've moved on. Everything's okay for now, but you never know what may happen in the future, kind of thing.
Right. Sounds like a good ending to me. So, Curious Raven, for those who may be watching the stream or later will be, could you tell us a little bit about you and your channel and how you came up with your name?
about me. I'm a mother of 3. I am married. I am 34 years old. I know it doesn't sound like it. Everyone says I sound like a little kid.
A little bit.
And I am from Alabama, but I reside in Florida. That's where my accent comes in, and everybody wonders where I'm from. And to me, I feel like my accent's starting to not be as,
Prominent.
yeah, like it just depends when I'm angry or I'm tired, or it just seems like it gets deeper and more.
Sure.
Sorry, I was reading the thing.
Oh, you're good. I was reading it too.
The zombies. Decade after decade. HRN, it was a bad storm. It seems like I haven't heard any thunder, so it seems like it's already past us.
So how'd you get into YouTube, and how'd you get your name?
Well, I used, I'm not gonna say the name of it, but I have another channel. I started that channel because of my health issues, but I don't really get on it and, do videos on it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, what was it? 2019, December 2019, I had brain surgery, and then the recovery was horrible. And so I was in the room, trying to feel better and watching a lot of YouTube videos and I stumbled across Let's Read, and then Jensen. And when I was younger, when I used to work fast food, I would always have people tell me, you have a really clear voice, a really nice voice, you should do narration. And I would just laugh it off. I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. And, I thought it was weird. I was like, what, 18, 19? And so I was going through recovery. And since I have health issues, I was already out of work. Like, I lost my career over all the stuff I went through. And I started listening to Let's Read. And then, COVID happened. And I felt like I needed, I'm a mother, I do a lot of stuff, but I felt like I needed something else to keep me busy.
Yep.
And something that I would actually enjoy. And I really like editing.
You may be the only narrator to ever say that, to be honest with you.
I was about to say that.
And, well, I meant, like, me, I hate hearing my voice 5,000 times. That's what it seems like. But I really enjoy, like, the finished product. Right. And I just think it's so cool. Like, I know how to do this. Like, it makes me feel so proud, and, so I told myself that I can do that.
Right.
Let's see, because I have so many issues where I can't physically do stuff at a job, but I can talk. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
And it's there's a lot that goes into narrating and editing and keeping your channel going and social media and all that. But it's more of like a mental thing than. But that's why I started, because I felt like, hey, I could do that. Let's try it. And then I started, and it was just something clicked in my brain. I was like, I have to do this. And my husband works all the time. And I feel like I need to help him with money somehow. So that's one reason why.
Right.
It's just a goal that I can contribute to my family. So
that's a good way to look at it.
It really is.
Yeah. And it's a noble reason to start it, to potentially help out the family, to make money on this, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to do this and be monetized. That's, most people won't say it, but honestly, that is a goal of so many people that do this. It was one of my goals, and it absolutely still is. It's why I do this full time, so absolutely get that. I am curious, haha, pun not intended. How did you come up with the name of Curious Raven, though? How did you come up with that persona?
Well, I didn't realize there were so many ravens already. So I was, when I was listening to Let's Read and all the other narrators, it's horror, and I thought I need something dark, gloomy, something that's mysterious. And at first I thought of a crow, and I'm like, no, that just doesn't sound like, that just sounds like a dud, like, I don't want to be a crow.
Right.
And then I just thought of the next step up, like, a raven. And ravens, they can mean so many things. Some people think they mean bad, and some people think they're good luck. And I was really, to be honest, when I first started, I really liked the Plague Doctor. I liked the whole look.
Oh, yes.
it was just amazing. And I'm like, I can't be just a plague doctor, you know? And then I really love the Grim Reaper as well. Especially the Sith and, you know, just that kind of stuff. And Curious Crow sounds a little blah. Yes.
I'm sorry. It does. It just doesn't flow as well as Curious Raven. Curious Crow sounds like a cartoon.
So that's funny. I like that. And I kind of thought of a bird with a long beak because I kind of like that look, and I just thought of the Raven. And then I'm like, okay, I just can't be Raven. And I actually got on YouTube and searched Raven narrators to see what came up. And I've seen a little bit, you know, it doesn't really come up when you just do that search. So I was like, well, you know, Black Raven, no. You know, like I'll try to do something different. And I'm like, curious, huh? I'm always curious about a lot of stuff. And so are ravens. When they're on the ground, you know, walking around, they're looking at everything. And
they are.
So that's how I came up with Curious Raven. And I put it in to make sure no one else had that name. And no one did. So it stuck.
Well, it's a great name.
Thank you.
It is.
You're welcome. And you should be proud of yourself, you know. Look where you are now, and we're so glad to have you a part of the horror community. You're an amazing and talented person and narrator, and that is really something to be proud of.
It is. Absolutely.
Thank you. You know, people, it's hard to hear stuff like that, you know, because it's such a nice thing to hear.
Right.
Because when I'm like editing and stuff, I'm like, oh, I need to be better. I need to da-da. But I have all these subscribers like, you're so amazing. Thank you. You put me to sleep at night. And I'm like, it's just so weird, you know? But I do it because I know that they like it. So I just keep on doing it.
Well, you have an amazing voice.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
There have been 2 questions from the chat. One we usually ask later, but if you're okay with it, Cece, I'll ask it now.
Okay.
The main thing of that one is, like, where do you want to go with your channel? Where do you see yourself going with your channel? That was from Lady Spukaria, by the way.
Well, I want to be monetized. Everyone knows that.
Right.
I would like to do more live streams. I would like to get comfortable just being able to get on here and speaking to, you know, all the people that follow me and just open up and get more subscribers. And I would also like to be more, what's the word? Closer to more narrators as friends.
Sure.
Than I am right now. But I'm very to myself. I mean, I don't even like calling my mom and my dad. It takes me like 4 days after they call me. I'm serious. That's why. That's why. But that could be depression. So, you know, I think we all kind of deal with depression. And I want to be able to be like a staple in the horror community.
Okay.
There are a lot of male narrators.
Yes.
And I'm not like, it just seems like they do better than the females, you know, it's like more girls listen to the male ones than males and girls listen to the females. I can't explain it. But yes, I'm open to collabs. HRN.
So
I still need to do a collab with Mina. I keep forgetting.
I was saying, just to speak on the more successful quote unquote males than females.
Yes.
In my opinion, not that it matters, is that is
Yes,
kind of
it does.
no. Well, in the bigger picture, I mean,
Okay.
is that is more of a law of averages thing. There are more male narrators than there are females, so there will be more male
Yes.
successful ones. Because I know several female narrators who are better than most of the male narrators that I listen to. For example, Raven Reeds, she is phenomenal, and she is better than a lot of male narrators. She just does. She's more consistent. She's more into it, and she just has a better tone and storytelling voice. Much like you, you have a fantastic cadence and a great tone. So.
Okay.
So does Spirit Voices.
Right. So I think it's more of a law of averages thing. I think as more females get into the narration game, we'll start to see a better balance of that. At least I hope.
Yeah. Hey, PA.
Hi, PA.
How's it going, buddy? So Patience did also have a question, which is what videos you prefer to do. Creepypastas, true stories, true crime, paranormal, because I know you kind of dabble in everything.
Everything. Well, I tried to do one creepypasta a month because, they're long. They have parts to them. And so at least I try once every week to put out a part of that story. And then I try to do a paranormal video once a week and also a true, Reddit stories once a week. And then also once a month, I'm starting to do one true crime because people have been asking for it. And unlike you, no, I'm just kidding. I need to leave you alone.
Unlike, no. Unlike me, what? Please finish that sentence.
I know that you said you have 4. You want to wait until you have 4 grips until you start posting on your Raven Investigates.
Yes. There's a reason for that. That reasoning being because if I put out one and I take forever to do a second one, there's just way too much time in between them. So if I have 4 ready to go, I can at least do like a whole month or 2 months worth of video. Right, exactly.
And then while those are going, you're doing more scripts.
Exactly. Trying to get ahead of myself.
Yes.
It's not easy, and I know the true crime ones are not easy.
No, they're not.
No.
Not even from just like the research, the topics can be rough too. Sorry.
I get upset. Yeah, I get upset. And there's videos where you can hear that I have been crying. There was this one creepypasta I just did. It's not really creepypasta. It's about angels and, dying and all that. And the last episode, like the last part that I did, I almost cried through the whole thing. You couldn't hear me because I had to keep stopping and, getting myself together and then start recording again. And it was just such a touching story that it just overtook me. You know how like when you're watching a TV show and you get really interested into the characters?
Right.
And one dies and you cry like they're a real person?
Yeah.
That's how this story hit me. But getting back to
Patience.
was it Lady Spookaria?
That was Patience.
Oh, Patience.
Yeah.
To be honest, I like creepypastas better because I feel like I'm voice acting more than just narrating someone's story.
I feel that. I totally feel that.
So it's fun. I feel more like I need to be more respectful when I'm narrating a true story that someone went through.
Right.
Than a creepypasta. Creepypasta, I can change my voice and, make noises and, all that kind of stuff. But when you're telling someone's story, you want to be serious about it. It's not...
Right.
Yeah. Right. So that's... Creepypastas are more fun. I do like hearing people's stories, but some of them I feel bad. Like, I literally go back to the person and tell them, I am so sorry you went through that. And, we talk about it a little bit.
Right.
And you know, and I'm the last creepypasta story I did, it was more sexual, and I actually had to make it 18 plus.
Dang.
On my channel, and I know I might not get, when I do get monetized, I know I might not get money, but I didn't care. You know, I'm just,
Right.
because I enjoyed reading the story, I enjoyed doing it, so nothing's off the table. You know,
Right.
there's a lot of people, you know, narrators and people that I've seen in other live streams. They're like, hey, can you read like a romantic novel and blah, 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 like asking the men. And I told everyone, I said, look, if you get on my Patreon, you want me to do like a romantic, steamy story, I will, you know? It just can't be on my YouTube channel.
Right.
Exactly. So I have a question for you. What would you
Okay.
say is your strongest and weakest aspects when it comes to narrating?
It's the cadence is one of my weak points. I actually have to, I don't edit on the fly. I edit afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
And when I listen to myself as I'm telling the story, it's like I have too long of gaps in between, you know, ending a sentence and starting the next. So I have to
Right.
like remove the gap in between, and I feel like that's one of my weakest. I'm not like a strong breather, if you want to say that. So you can hear me like through the whole thing, you know, and I edit those out too, you know, so it's a lot that goes into it. So that's my weakest. I don't know what my strongest is, to be honest. I've never thought of that.
Your voice.
Yeah. So, in my opinion, it'd be your voice and tone. In my opinion, your cadence is actually really good in how you speak and how you read, and your consistency.
Exactly.
You are consistently quality.
Okay. Well, thank
Definitely.
you.
Sure.
But recently, I have noticed that I'm struggling with S's, like having like a little lisp in my voice, and I don't know why. It's like my pronouncing things has recently gotten harder, so I have to try harder. So
Interesting
I
issue.
like your narrations. Oh,
any
excuse
other
me.
questions? I mean, I
Oh,
did
yeah.
answer correctly for you, right?
Yes, you're fine. You're
We have-
doing great.
We have plenty more questions. Please, come on now.
Go for it, Raven.
Sure. I guess we're down to this one here, which is a good one, and I think you'll have a fantastic answer for it, knowing you. And that is, for new and upcoming narrators, what would be some strong advice that you could offer to help them to succeed?
Do not give up and stay consistent. And the horror community is an amazing family that I was brand new, and Let's Read helped me at asking questions, but I know that I'm a little more out there than a lot of people that don't just ask like huge narrators to collab or do stuff, but I do. I mean, the worst thing they can say is, I don't want to talk to you, you know? So,
Yeah.
Right.
I got a lot of help from, you know, Jensen, especially Jensen. Me and him, you know, we're pretty close. And then I met Mr. Raven, and he has helped me a lot. And I feel like if you feel you should make friends in the narration community, and they all support each other, and we support other narrators. So if you ask questions, we're not going to be mean, just turn you away.
Right.
So just do not give up. Try your best. I promise you, you're going to think that when you start, you're horrible. And yeah, you probably are, because I was. When I listened to my videos that I started with, I'm like, wow, my gosh, that sounded so bad. Don't listen to it, you know? And every narrator feels that way, because the more and more you do it, the more better you get.
Right.
So that's why you just have to keep doing it. You grow as your channel grows. But yeah, that's about it.
So it's the mentality that
Awesome response.
the mentality that people need to understand is everyone starts at the beginning. So, and typically whenever you start, you're pretty bad at it. But
yeah. Well, and also when you start, you don't have great equipment,
right?
You know, and then you kind of upgrade. And there's a lot of narrators. Like me and Mr. Spook used to be really close. I mean, I could still call him a friend, and he helped me a lot as well. But he waited, you know, until he got more subscribers to upgrade me. I'm like, I ain't waiting. I'm just going to go out and get a Yeti, and that's it.
Yeah.
You got to invest.
Yeah.
You got to put some money in to sound better.
If you check my channel out, Nefarious TV goes, hey, put your poems up on your channel. I go, what? And I go, okay. So if you look at mine, I had to learn how to embed a thumbnail. If you watch any of my previous, oh my God, they're horrendous. And one of his comments later on in one of my videos is, wow, you learned how to, embed a thumbnail or put a... It's so funny. I was like, I'm going to go hide now.
Yeah. I mean, I can proudly say that my first videos were pretty terrible. I had no idea what spacing was. All my sentences just ran together because I erased every bit of dead air. It was just straightforward sentences. It was terrible.
You just sounded like this, like a run-on sentence.
Yes, every story was a run-on sentence at that point. It was terrible.
I'm gonna have to go listen now.
Oh, please
I'm curious.
Please don't.
No pun intended. That's funny.
Raven, curious, after the stream, we'll head over to the carnival and we'll have a listening party.
Why would you do this to me?
Oh, I don't know. Seems like the thing to do.
Okay. Ouch. I see.
And also one thing too.
What?
That's funny. She wants to listen with me.
Oh.
That's funny.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, and in VC, you can listen to music and to videos from YouTube. Yeah, just copy the link. Yeah. You can sit right there in VC.
Well,
I'm sorry, Raven.
Yeah.
No, you're not. I will say this too. One of my weak points is I rarely get on Discord, so I'm still learning how to use it. So I struggle with I'm not old where I don't know, but this new stuff, I struggle a little bit on the technology and some of the programs.
Mm-hmm. If it helps any, I struggle with Discord still, so.
I remember Night Terror and Neff goes, hey, come on over to Discord. I go, what's Discord? And they go, well, you have to download the app. So I downloaded the app and I saw the, the round icons on the left. And then I clicked into like one of the rooms. I was petrified. I'm like, oh my God, what did I just do? It was funny.
I have people say, why don't you get a Discord? I'm like, man, I will never be on Discord.
Right.
And I had it on my phone, but even though I clicked no more notifications from it, they still came through somehow.
Mm-hmm. You have to turn off
I just deleted it.
So you have to turn off specific notifications for every server you're in for the most part.
Exactly.
So yeah. It's excessive.
And I'm just like, no. So I just delete it off my phone. I'm so tired of And then sometimes I'll get on Discord just to make sure no one's messaged me.
Yeah. That's the problem. If I deleted it from my phone, nobody would be able to get a hold of me.
Yeah. And it seems like I've been having issues with that lately.
What, getting a hold of me?
Raven's always like, PA's trying to get a hold of you.
Oh, yeah.
CreepyClownGirl's trying to get a hold of you. I'm like, oh. I'm really active on Instagram.
Yeah. That's typically where I try to get a hold of you if I need to get a hold of you.
I have a notifications actually turned on for that one. So when someone messages me, I get it right away. But like Twitter, I do not have notifications turned on. I don't get on Twitter that much.
Yeah, I understand that. I feel that.
Smart.
Oh, Patience just asked me a question.
Yep. I'll move on. I guess I'll do that one real quick. Hang on, I gotta ask the question. Hang on. I'm joking.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So Patience asks, and this is one that usually gets asked too. So they're asking our questions for us, CCG, just so you know.
Yes, I know.
Do you have any rituals or exercises that you do before you start narrating or putting together a video? Like a process that you go through whenever you're narrating or putting together your videos?
I would say that, I make sure it's really quiet in the house. Mm-hmm. I close the bedroom door, make sure everything's turned off, my phone's on silent, and I get everything hooked up and ready to go, and I always have to have something to drink. Mm-hmm. I usually try to do water. And to be honest, it sounds so weird. When I'm doing the stories, I have found that when my mouth is dry, I'm clearer when I speak. Like, you can't hear the little smacking sounds and all of that.
Right.
So I try to go as long as I can without drinking something. And then at the end, I usually try to drink something. That's something new I've been doing, because I've noticed that you can hear a lot of the S's and the little noises from my mouth. And I have a pop filter, but I don't know. I guess it's not doing its job. But
well, you can buy wind covers for the Yeti too, like cloth covers to go over it. That kind of helps some.
Well, I have one of those little things that look like a clown nose, but it goes on your mic.
Okay, yeah.
I was using that, but it seemed like it just dulled it down. Like, I can't explain it. Like, it's not...
No, that makes sense. I get what you mean, because that's pretty much what it does. It's
muffled.
A sound dampener. Yeah. Okay.
So I don't use it.
That's
fair. Just breathing. I don't do any rituals or any weird stuff. I don't exercise. I just try to, get a good breath. I guess it would be breathing exercises. And then, I think that's it, really.
So, random thought, comment, I suppose, on the
Okay.
S's, because I've actually had similar issues, and the only thing I found that helped is brushing my teeth right before I do a narration.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Okay.
I have found that brushing my teeth before coming down here to narrate actually helps a lot. Because as you guys know, I have sinus issues, so brushing your teeth with mint toothpaste actually does help clear your sinuses as well. It breaks up some of the stuff in your throat. But it also helps to kind of get rid of anything that may be blocking the air in between your teeth, which would cause the lisping. Because I have had similar issues, and I found that does help. So, just a thought.
Interesting.
Just spell patience like
So, is there a narrator that you haven't collabed with before that you would
you're
want?
breaking up.
Oh, am I? Can you hear me now?
Are you there?
A little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I think it's on your end again.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta fix that internet of yours.
So, is there a
I live out in
narrator?
the boonies, and it's just so hard.
Right. So, is there a narrator that you haven't collabed with that you would want to collab with?
Southern Cannibal. I have wrote him. I have said, hey, look, our voice would be awesome together because we're both, have country voices, and he's amazing. And he never gets back to me, so, it is what it is.
He doesn't.
Aw.
He's one
I
of the
don't like-
ones.
I don't think he does a lot of collabs like at all.
I don't-
Yeah. And
I don't
then
think he
I
does
love
either.
Mr. Creeps, but he doesn't do collabs. And then is it Mortis Media?
Mm-hmm.
More, yeah.
I would love to do one with him. It's mainly like really big channels. Aries, is it Aries?
Okay. I know who Aries
Oh,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, I wrote her and she said, oh, not right now, da da da. And so try her again later, I guess. She has such an amazing voice. Like, it's just
Butter.
crazy.
Yeah. Have you considered reaching out to Raven Reeds? Because I bet she'd be willing to. Sorry,
Or
I don't mean to
Spirit
push her too
Voices.
much, but she's a good friend of mine too.
Or
so.
Lucy. Yeah.
It's funny you say that because I've sworn I have talked to her before about it. Maybe I'm just thinking I did,
Possibly. I don't know. It was just a thought, because I think you would go well with. Honestly, your voice would jive well with a lot of narrators.
Spirit Voices, Gothic Librarian, Gothic Rose, Raggedy Annsy.
See, I've never heard of all those people. Like, I don't. There's only like certain narrators that I have saved on my channel that I listen to. And I know that sounds not, I mean, I don't.
No, it
I
doesn't sound
should
anything.
branch
Trust
out,
me.
but
It's completely understandable.
I just
mean,
have my favorite.
Right.
But it feels like I have talked to Raven Reeds about. But I could be mistaken. I've done a lot of collabs with people.
Right.
Oh no, it was Madam Raven that I did. Raven Reed. Yeah, I think I just talked to her. Actually, I emailed her about the big narrator paranormal collab I did.
Mm-hmm.
Telling other narrators ghost stories. And she never responded.
Oh.
Ah.
So I did reach out to her.
Well, I guess the only thing I can think of in her defense is that was a while back. That could have been when she was still moving.
And she just didn't pay attention to it?
She's had a lot go on these past few months, so.
Oh.
Raven Reed.
Okay.
Yeah, she's been going through a lot of personal stuff.
Oh.
So.
Well.
So I do want to ask this question from PA, which
Mm-hmm.
is, What has been the hardest thing to learn or habit to form since you started to narrate? And what is your favorite part of the recording or the process, recording, editing, etc.?
That's a lot of questions in one.
Sure. So I guess the first half is what's been the hardest thing to learn or habit to form?
Thumbnails are hard for me.
Yeah.
I don't have good thumbnails.
You have decent
I
thumbnails.
try.
There's nothing wrong with them.
Habit, let's see. And sitting up straight. That sounds so weird.
No, that sounds...
But I speak and...
No, that is a legit thing to say, because I completely feel that struggle. Like keeping your back straight while you read, so you get that full voice instead of like slouching over.
Yes. And you can breathe easier too.
Yes.
So it's like I always have to remember, oh, I'm not sitting up straight. You know? And what's the next question?
What is your favorite part of the process? So like recording, editing, etc.
I would say my favorite process is, you know, I have Audacity and I record in Audacity, but it's not there that I really like, you know, like actually editing my voice.
Mm-hmm.
It's when I get to my other editing software and I put my picture, my, you know, intro video, my outro video, my voice, the background music. When I actually put the video together is my favorite process.
Right. Okay.
Did I explain it good enough?
Yeah, no, like the video editing part of the process is more of your favorite.
Yes.
Like the putting all the elements together into a single project kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It makes you feel good when you do that.
Yeah.
You feel accomplished.
Yes.
Definitely. So question
Okay.
for you. You were a bad girl and now you're on death row. What would your last meal be?
You there, Curious Raven?
I would say
Oh, there
I
you go.
am. I'm thinking.
So,
I'm
no,
thinking.
you're fine. You're fine. It kind of sounded like you started talking and it faded, so I wanted to make sure. That's all. Sorry.
I mean, it sounds so cliche, but I really like pizza. Like a cheese pizza from Pizza Hut. And some Coke, you know, like the soda to drink. And then, I would say there's these little ice cream taco things you can buy at the store.
Yes.
I really like
Oh,
those.
yes. Those are so... Choco tacos.
Yelp.
Yes, that's it.
Yes.
Yes. That would definitely be my last meal. Junk food.
I know you said it sounds cliche, but I think you're only the second person to ever say pizza. I think the only other one
Really?
was Vidith.
Yeah.
I think Vidith's was like
He's
barbecue
someone
chicken.
I want to collab too. Barbecue chicken.
I think he wanted like barbecue chicken pizza. Was Vidith's.
Right. And then, who was
You
it?
know, I've had that
MD
before
Who?
and it's not bad, so.
It really isn't.
Did MD Who say pizza as well?
Am I losing y'all?
Uh-uh.
No, I'm still here. You still here?
Hello?
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us? Curious? Curious.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Okay.
I
No.
love Pizza Hut. Patience. They have the stuffed crust cheese.
They
And
do
that's
have,
my favorite.
They do have stuffed crust, but having worked there in the past, I don't like their stuff
You
anymore.
have?
Yes, I was a delivery
Oh.
driver for them after high school for a while. So
Is there a reason why I shouldn't eat from them?
no, it's just
Makes me nervous.
once you work there and you eat their stuff all the time, it just kind of gets.
Yeah. You don't like it anymore.
Now
yeah.
I don't
That's
like their
true.
totally off topic here. I don't like their pan pizza because it's too greasy and like I know how much oil they put in it, but it's just It's more like eating it reminds me of working there kind of thing. And it makes me
brings
sad.
back bad memories.
Yes.
Yeah.
MD Who had the most unique response to her last meal, and she said that
What was hers? I don't remember.
she said that she would
What'd
eat a
she
bunch
say?
of popcorn
Oh.
kernels. That way, when they flip the switch,
Oh my god.
the popcorn.
That is so funny.
Yeah, that answer was a bit intense.
Right?
Nothing like
it
traumatizing
was
your
great.
executioners.
Right? But man, it would be
Hey, you
great,
have a dark sense of humor
Right.
doing this stuff.
right?
Water down marinara. I like the marinara sauce. Patience is making me sad.
Hey, that may have just been my store, or it
Hating
may
on
have been the
Pizza
corporate
Hut.
requirements. I don't know. They did water down the marinara. At my store, they did. Patience, don't spill the beans. They're gonna sue us.
Right?
As the Raven Dreams
And you know
owned
what?
by Pizza
I'm gonna
Hut.
say this right now.
Sorry. What are you gonna say?
There's gonna be a fight in the comments right now.
Uh-oh.
But I do not believe that pineapple goes on pizza.
That's okay. See, my thoughts on that
okay.
are you can like what you like
Like
as long as I
me?
can like what I like.
Yeah. Like me, it's weird. I'll eat the pineapple just off the pizza, and then I'll eat the pizza. Like I don't like it together.
Right.
That makes sense.
That's fair.
I'll have to find this meme for you. But picture a slice of pizza laying down and a pineapple kneeling over the pizza. And then the caption says, "Shh, nobody has to know."
Ew, that's so creepy. And that is so woo.
So what's the craziest thing you've ever snuck into a movie theater?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Bottles of Coke, the soda, and just candy and stuff. That's
Sorry. I love that you clarified. Thank you.
yes, because people are weird. I don't want people thinking I'm doing Coke or something. But yeah, just that's about it. And I've never snuck into a movie theater. I was kind of a good girl growing up.
Same. But not.
But
you know what I mean. I was a
You
good
were a
girl
good girl
growing up
too,
too.
Raven?
Yeah.
So cute.
Oh my god. So do you believe in the paranormal?
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you ever had any experiences?
Yes.
I knew
Would
that
you
was
like to
coming.
share?
Oh. I don't know, because I've already talked about ghosts so much. Just growing up, I lived next door to one of my friends next door. Her house was haunted. We had a lot of stuff happen there. A lot of stuff that, I went through and witnessed. Derringer, yes, you were a good girl growing up too.
Derringer
Also,
was the prettiest of
HRN
girls.
as well. The prettiest of girls, even. It's funny. And then I actually, when I got married the first time, I moved into a house that I probably shouldn't have moved into because I felt like someone was watching me when I was like going through the house.
Oh.
And then some weird stuff happened with my son. Him saying that he sees someone and talking to nobody, and it was creepy. And then Because if you go back in my channel, way back in the beginning, it says Curious Raven's ghost or paranormal experiences, and that's like almost the major experiences I've had. Because there's so many experiences, it would take all night telling all of them. And so that happened in that house. And then when I was, I got divorced or whatever, and then my next boyfriend, my ex actually, I felt like there was something evil that was like attached to him, and I had, demonic experiences. And it was like, since when I got rid of him, it all stopped. So, are y'all still there? Or am I just talking to nobody?
I'm listening. We're listening.
Yes, we're still here listening.
So, and yeah, I definitely believe on the other side, they're out there. So, aliens are out there too.
Fair.
If you're gonna ask me that.
It's not on the list, but I believe it.
Same. The truth is out there.
Yes.
Patience had a good
She did,
question.
And I was going to jump on that. What kind of video would you like to do that you have not done before, even if it's something that would not fit on your channel?
Are you there, Curious?
I am, I'm thinking.
Okay.
I don't really know. I mean, I would like to read the romantic, steamy stories, but they can't be on my channel, so.
Would you ever consider doing ASMR?
Even. No.
No? Okay. Most people
I
wouldn't.
do not like ASMR. I have like hyperacusis.
Okay.
So a lot of stuff that's normal sounds for other people, it way too loud for me. And ASMR is like someone scratching on a chalkboard for me. So no, I would not.
Okay. So I would ask.
Okay.
And I'm really into the 1800s, 1500s.
Yes.
I really like history and all those romantic books. That would be something I'd be interested in reading. But that's about it.
All right.
And I like science fiction. I like vampires and all that stuff and magic, and I would have to say I'm a nerd, so a little bit.
Nothing wrong with being a nerd.
So, like, I really love, I know this is off topic, but I really love restoration videos when they like
Yes.
restore 1800s,
Right,
1700
Yes.
houses
Yes.
back to their glory. It gives me so much love and fulfillment when I'm like, yay! And then I love to like look at the history of the house.
Yes. Same. That is so me. It's like,
Yep.
I'm here. Do not disturb.
I like the ones where they like restore the old game consoles. Those are fun. But I'm also really into
what?
like game consoles, like old Nintendos and such,
Oh.
that are like yellowed
yeah.
with age and so forth. I don't know if you've watched any of those. They're pretty satisfying.
No.
It's not
But I'm sure
on
they
the
are.
scale of like a an 1800s house or whatever, but still pretty cool. I like watching the hydraulic
Let's
press
see.
channel too, though. So
Oh, where they like squish stuff?
yes.
Oh my gosh. Why not patience? She said history, huh? Should we fight? No, I'm just
Why
kidding.
are you fighting my wife? Stop doing this.
I
No
love her and she
violence.
knows it.
Yeah, I know.
She knows it. I'm picking on her. If I didn't pick on her, you know, that's not a good thing. So,
Fair.
Yep. She
Oh
likes
my
restoration videos as well.
Yes.
But I like a lot of stuff. Like I really, you know, I'm really into ghost hunting. Like not myself. Like I haven't really went and did it myself. But I love like Oh My Gosh, TFIL, Sam and Colby. I like Exploring with Josh. So I love all those types of videos. I watch some weird stuff, you know, like it's all like in different directions, you know. Like I watch a dog grooming channel that I love that puts me to sleep. And it's amazing to see how like these dogs, they come in and they're so matted and they feel horrible.
Yeah, I like
And
watching that too. Oh,
you know, and then afterwards you can see like a whole change in their, you know, their
Basically,
I
their
can't
personality.
think. Personality. Yeah, personality.
right.
And one dog was like licking the person that was doing it, like they knew that they were helping them and giving them kisses, and it was just so sweet. But anyway, sorry, I'm way off topic.
No, you're fine.
No, nothing.
I like. Go ahead, Raiden.
No, I was saying nothing wrong with it. You're telling us stuff you like, and that's what we're here for.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I like shows like the Unsolved History. You know, like what really happened to Amelia Earhart. You know, stories like that.
Yeah. Do you watch Bailey Sarian? I love her.
No, I don't.
No, she does that. She has a true crime, and then she just came out with like a dark history podcast, and she talks about stuff like that, like weird background stories of like big people in history that I never knew. So I think you would enjoy that, the dark history one.
If you'd like, find her link and share it with me in DM. I'll definitely check her out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Well,
Also, hair-raising narratives. I wanted to say something. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm a very open person. So my ex used to be physically and mentally abusive. So he was already a POS anyways. He was already a bad guy, already. And I really feel that it was just like him, you know, that he had an evil core. And it just seemed like bad stuff would always happen when I was with him. So I hope that answers your question. Hair-raising narratives. But, you know, I got out, so that's what's important.
yes, definitely. Raven, do you have any more questions?
Well, Patience does.
Okay.
Which, answer this however you wish to answer, obviously. You don't have to get too personal if you don't want, but what do you like to do in your free time, or do you have any hobbies?
Well, it's hard for me to do a lot of stuff, but I do like to do crafting. I like to paint. And let me think. When I'm with my family, you know, I really love to be around the ocean.
Oh,
I like to
yes.
hike.
Yeah. So do I.
But the issues I have, it's like I'm more just at home and laying down a lot. So I really love to watch YouTube videos and discover, the world on there and spending time with my family and stuff. There is one thing that I've gotten into recently that's, some people might think it's weird, but I really have gotten into, what's the word? My family tree.
Okay, so like genealogy.
Yes.
I do.
Isn't that
I
genealogy?
do a lot of digging. Yeah, I do a lot of digging. Like, because what's on Ancestry and 23andMe and stuff, it's like people are just pasting tree to tree to tree to tree, and it's not reliable information.
Right.
So you gotta dig. You gotta like actually go into, Ireland history library that they have that you can get on there and actually look through their documents and find your family in the 1200s. And it's so amazing, like the stories you find. You get to look at pictures of them, where they lived. It's amazing. And I enjoy doing that. I'm still trying to get my my tree perfect. But yeah, I like doing that. That's what I did today, actually.
Wow. Yeah, my sister's really big into that, and come to find out that one of our family members was a soldier in, I believe, the Civil War. It's really, really fun. I love stuff like that. It's just amazing. It's like, oh. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I really enjoy doing stuff like that.
Nice.
But, I found out I have a murderer in my family.
What?
That's fun.
A murderer in my family. I think his name was James Copeland. He was in Mississippi, and till this day, like, he was like an outlaw. And he stole a lot of money from someone, and he actually threw it in a swamp somewhere in Mississippi, and they still haven't found it. But they caught him, and then they hung him for murdering this man. He was like some big hotshot or something. And it's just weird. It's weird that there was an outlaw in my family, and they did some bad stuff, and
Wow.
I don't know. It's
Wow.
It's crazy.
I don't think they'll ever find that money.
No. And they're still looking for it. Maybe I should
Okay.
let's see. I was gonna send y'all a link in the our private chat.
Sure, you're good. I was trying to figure out why Derringer put Mississippi in chat. He spelled it out for some reason. It's Derringer, so I didn't think too hard on it.
He's probably making fun of me because I'm a redneck down in Mississippi and Alabama, and
it's Derringer.
Yeah.
Don't think too hard on it.
The Legend of James Copeland, along with his treasure. And people are still, I think it's funny.
Wow.
Like it's weird. Like, and I have so many other things in my family that it was just a lot of cool stuff, and it excites me. And that's why I say I'm like a nerd, because I really like investigating stuff like that.
Right.
Wow. That's awesome. Let's see.
CCG, I know you got some more questions going on if you want to.
Let me thinky here. Let's see, how would I word this? Okay. If you were going to write, you can help me with this, Raven.
Oh, sure.
If you were writing a book, which chapter in your life would you write in that book? Did I word that right, Raven?
Kind of. So basically, the other one is, if you're writing your bibliography, what chapter would you use to sell it?
Thank you.
Yeah, you're fine.
Wow. I don't know. Say it again. What do you mean? Sure. I'm
so if you were writing a book about your life, your bibliography, your biography, not bibliography, wrong word. What chapter of your life would you use to sell said book? Like, what chapter would you use to get people interested in your biography?
I would say when I was a struggling single mom and I followed my dreams into criminal justice and I had a career as a correctional officer that I enjoyed. And then when I got sick, I lost my career. But yeah, that area of my life is, to me, very interesting.
Okay.
That
would definitely sell it.
Definitely. Wow, you were a corrections officer, huh?
Yeah.
Female side?
No, Mel.
No. Oh. I bet you've seen some pretty weird shit.
Oh yeah, I have, and that's one video everyone wants me to do is, that I need to. They're curious about stories, and I really need to get with my husband because that's how we met. He is a instructor and a sergeant, correctional officer. He's been in for 20 years. He's about to retire in like 4 years. And he has some crazy stories, and I really want to get with him so I can write it down and actually narrate them and get that video out. But yeah, there's some crazy stuff in prison. And people, it's not like the TV shows.
Right.
People, it's not, I don't know. To me, it's like babysitting a bunch of a-hole grown men.
Yeah.
Right.
That's pretty much what it is.
And they will do anything to get what they want. And so you gotta be a bad biatch. A badass to keep them under control. Because, they manipulation.
Wow.
I believe that.
That would have to get monotonous after a while. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's everything about it is certain times. Everything runs on a schedule. So every day is exact same, except for, when prisoners, inmates mouth off, and you have to discipline them or get onto them or whatever. Medical emergencies, uses of force. Sometimes the inmates are all drugged up and on that K2 and they like turn into the Hulk. You have to have like 5 officers pin them down. It's but it gave me purpose. because people don't really remember the correctional officers that are keeping the inmates in jail.
Right.
You know, keeping everybody safe. Because if we weren't there, they would escape. You know?
Right.
So, people don't think about that.
And those that lost, you know, their lives doing that job.
Oh, yeah. Yep, getting stabbed, getting shanked,
Yeah.
whatever, you
I've
know.
heard some pretty terrible stories about that kind of stuff, so.
I have too. It's a scary place to be.
You always have to have observation. You always have to be on alert. And when I got sick, I couldn't be on alert, and I feel like I was putting my coworkers at risk.
Right.
And myself.
Right.
And I just couldn't do the job anymore. I had to... My performance was not good, so...
Right.
Wow.
Okay.
Sounds like you've lived a full life. Still living. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Brain fart.
Yeah. I know what you meant, though.
Alright, well, so let's lighten it up and make you a murderer, if that sounds okay.
Okay.
If you could be any fictional horror movie killer, who would it be, why, and who would your first victim be?
Yes. One of my famous questions.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, I should have asked it. I should have let you ask it. I'm sorry.
No. You're fine. That's good.
Okay, well, I guess we could, again, do it in sections. So if you could be a fictional movie killer,
I really...
who would you be?
I love Freddy Krueger, but I don't want to kill kids. So
Okay.
I'm gonna pass on him.
That's, well, you could be him and then not kill children. You could be a better, more moral version of Freddy Krueger.
Moral? No, I would be killing... To be honest, it's kind of like Dexter. I would try to kill the bad people. The rapist, the murderers, the criminals that just need to go. You know, the scum of the earth would be my first victim. You know, pedophiles and all that. And, yeah, I'd probably still be Freddy Krueger. Come through their bed at night.
Okay.
And kill them.
So you'd be the Dexter version of Freddy Krueger, basically.
Yep.
Very
Love it.
interesting choice.
I'm there with you, though. All the way.
Mm-hmm.
I've always said crime doesn't pay, the victims do.
Yep. I haven't even been looking at chat.
It's okay. It's it's slowed down a little bit, but it's fine. There haven't been any questions.
Well, there's only 4 people watching. Am I that boring?
That's an incorrect number. There's only 4 people actively watching. That doesn't mean that there's only 4 people watching. Live stream numbers are never correct whenever you read them. That just means there's 4 people who are actively watching the stream with it up on their screen right now. If they have it minimized, it could still be playing and not be counted.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Thanks, YouTube, right?
Plus,
That's
2 or
kinda
3 other
crappy.
people just went live. Yeah, it is. So, before we end the show, do you have any questions for Raven or I?
Not really. What does that mean?
No.
I don't know what to ask.
Nope.
That's
I
all
already
right.
know
That's
everything
fine.
about Raven. I already know a lot about Raven.
Unfortunately,
Uh-huh.
for you.
Oh, don't say that. You're my favorite, so...
No.
Creepy Clown Girl, how long have you been doing this? How long have you been narrating?
Let's see. I guess it would be going on 3 years now.
Oh, wow.
It started back when I was in 2017. I became a promoter and supporter of narrators, content creators in the horror community after changing my name. And, you know, I'm going along doing what I normally do when I get a DM from Mad Chatter asking me if I want to be a part of his 3-sentence collab, and I go, wait, what? So that's when it started, and then Stranger Stories would be the second, and I was a part of his 1000K collab, and the rest is history. So here I am now. Yep. And the Zombified would be the ones that would get me into being a podcast host.
Well, I think it's awesome.
Thank you.
You have 856 subscribers,
Mm-hmm.
and you
Yes.
only have 39 videos. I have like 100, more than 100 videos. Ow. That's awesome.
Yes, thank you. It's taken me at least 2 years to get to that number.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been on here for about a year. Maybe a little more. But
I just
you know when you look up your name, there's a lot of creepy clown stuff that comes up.
Right? Yep. I wish there was more that I could do on my channel, but I'll have to explain that situation at another time. But because I believe if I could, my channel would go even further than what it is. But slow and steady wins the race, and it's about quality over quantity. So
Absolutely.
and I had somebody ask me, so if you ever make it big, are you going to forget us? And I said I would never forget where I started from and who got me here.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's, you know, like in my 500 subscriber special, you know, I always say thank you to everyone for joining me on my journey, because I wouldn't be where I am today without all of you. It's because of you that I'm where I'm at. So I owe a lot to the 856 people and so many, many more.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, PA.
Raven.
But
Sorry to the chat can hear my cat in the background. You guys can't, but they can.
That's okay. So it is 3 minutes to 5:30. So I'll go ahead and start, and then I'm curious, you can say something if you want, and Raven will have you send us out. So
Okay. I'll do my
so
best.
you can read the, you know, that little clip. Well, thank you everyone for being here again. You guys are awesome. Love you. Thank you to Raven again. Much appreciated for hosting the show and for being my guest host today. Thank you, Patience. Thank you guys. Join us next week when we will have Troll Force with us. And don't forget, starting October 6th, Grave Matters is moving to Thursdays at 6 p.m. PST. So until next time, remember, stay frightened, and if you listen, the graves always whisper. Curious?
that is, I love that that you said that.
You. Real quick, and again, thank you, Curious Raven, for joining us today. Great interview. Really enjoyed having you.
Thank you. I enjoyed being here, and I feel like I learn more and more every time that I meet new people, and I don't know, I had a good time. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely.
You're welcome. Absolutely.
All right. Well, as you all have heard a million times, Nevermore Collective is a group of content creators that have come together to create a stage. Basically, we're a platform for anyone in the community who wants to do something that may not fit their own channel. We do have 2 talk shows on this channel currently, Traveler's Tavern and Grave Matters. There's also a show about cryptids, and sometimes some people play games on this channel. If you ever want to do anything like that, just reach out to any of us, such as myself, PA Nightmares 242 Reads, CCG, Filia, any one of us, just to kind of get the conversation going. That was a terrible take on the commercial for a channel I own, so thank you very much. I completely forgot what to say. Yeah. All that said, thank you very much, Curious Raven, for joining us tonight. You're a fantastic guest, and obviously, I'm assuming they would love to have you on another time at some time in the future.
Yes.
Hopefully
definitely.
with Filia, so she can ask her questions as well.
Oh, yes.
Obviously, best wishes and thoughts to Filia. Hopefully she gets everything sorted out and she's able to be back next week. If not, you'll hear me again. All that said, friends, remember, once you join the collective, you can leave nevermore, and of course, sleep well.
Good night. Goodbye, everybody.
Good night.